Sebastian Runchik and Andre Yakimov. Sorry. We'll go ahead and open it up for questions.
Andre, tough assignment for you today with VJ on the other side for Baylor. Obviously, he likes to get downhill a lot.
Yep.
Just kind of going into the game, kind of what was your mindset? And then as the game was going, he was struggling to kind of get going. How much confidence did you get from being able to hold him to what he had today?
No, I mean he's a great player, and he's shooting the ball, good in the conference play. He's shooting 40%. So I just knew that I have to do a good job on him to win the game, and I take pride on defense, and I think I did a pretty good job on him tonight. So I'm glad that we won the game.
Speaking of defense, especially in the first half, you guys were you were all over them over the arc, and limiting their three-point scoring was a major factor in that successful first half. What was the biggest key to limiting that shot in their offense?
I mean, I think we were a pretty good defensive team. We were switching the defense a lot. We were flat and back with a 5, then we were switching 1 through 5, and I think every guy that played tonight did a really good job on defense. They shot 36% from the field, which is really good, and we knew that we needed to do that in order to win the game. So, yeah, that's it.
For both of you, the rebounding was kind of tough early on. Norchad's really tough on the glass, but you guys kind of reeled that in as the game went on. You two were a big part of that. How did you manage to kind of balance that out and then correct that over the course of the game?
I mean, we knew that they're a really good, rebounding team, especially Omir. He got 13 rebounds on us. So, and they missed a lot of shots. So we knew that we needed to box out and do a better job in the second half. And he didn't get any offensive rebounds in the second half. So that was the key to win the game, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Sebi, I think you guys were 13 of 17 from the field at one point in the second half. I mean, it just felt like you guys were getting good looks, limiting the turnovers. Just kind of, how good did it feel, and how much of a flow did you guys feel like you were in out there offensively?
It was great. I mean, we do this every day in practice, but so far this season has been a challenge to kind of bring it over to the games. So it's been a really good feeling to translate to the game, and it felt great to be out there. We were playing for one each other, and we were playing really selflessly.
Rebounding-wise, you guys brought incredible energy on the defensive glass. Your defensive rebounding was a huge key in the game, but on the offensive glass, there were definitely some struggles with just the 3 offensive rebounds in the game. What's the key to bringing that same energy you had on the defensive boards to the offensive side?
I mean, it's a mentality, I think, to go offensive rebound, and we just need to be more motivated and have a bigger drive to go grab those balls, and yeah, I think it'll come.
And I think they're a really good transition team, so we were kind of worried about them scoring on fast breaks, so we didn't go every time to crash the glass. So I think that was one of the reasons.
Andre, for much of this season, it's been hard to maybe say this team has been improving from week to week, but last few weeks, a couple wins now. You've played some of the premier teams in this league, really tough along the way. Do you feel like maybe this team is making strides and you can at least be a tough out as we start getting into March?
No, 100%. I mean, we just needed one win, and it was a really tough stretch. And once we got the first win, we got our confidence back, and we kind of trust in each other. And we've been practicing really hard. I mean, every guy is putting in extra work, and our chemistry is great. We seem connected on the court now. And we just have to, keep improving. Tomorrow we have another practice, get ready for Kansas on Monday. It's a quick turnaround, but, we'll be ready for Kansas on Monday as well.
Okay, one final question.
Sebastian, you put together a decent second half, but down the stretch things obviously kind of started to fall apart. How was it for you to kind of put things together as a team and individually?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely showed a lot of toughness from our part. I think they went on like an 8-0 run, late in the second half, and we stick together, and we got some really important stops and grabbed really huge defensive rebounds and limited them to only one shot. And that was huge. And just to show that toughness is definitely going to give us momentum and confidence as a group going forward.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll have Baylor in here in a second. Thank you. Okay, guys. Coach, thanks for your media training.
I want to thank God for the opportunity to coach in this great league and play a great game against a Colorado team that got a lot of respect for Coach Boyle. He does a terrific job. He's had his guys fight all year. People look at Colorado's record, and it's not indicative to how many opportunities they've had to win. They've gotten over the hump with Central Florida, and obviously they continue that with us today. 21 for 25 from the free throw line. That's tremendous execution by them. That wins a lot of games. We tried to turn them over more. We didn't turn them over as much as we wanted. And I was proud of our guys on the glass. I thought we did a good job on the glass, but too many missed layups, too many missed open shots, and then most of all, second half, we didn't do a very good job defensively. When first half, we were bad offensively, but we were pretty good defensively in second half. We weren't very good at all. Credit them. They did a good job attacking, getting to the rim, and Coach Boyle had them run good action.
Coach, it seemed like VJ was having a little bit of trouble getting going today. Yakimovsky was on him the whole game. Just kind of, what did you see from the battle kind of between those two guys? VJ really was trying to get downhill like he usually does, but it just seemed like he wasn't quite finishing maybe as he usually does today.
Well, I think Colorado's length's real. They got a lot of length, and when they don't turn the ball over and they get back on defense, it's not easy to score against them. So that's why we were trying to turn them over more, which our defense didn't do that enough and didn't generate enough. Obviously VJ didn't score it well or finish well, but he had 7 assists, 1 turnover, 4 offensive rebounds. So proud of that effort.
A 17-point game for Langston today. Had a great 13-point first half, but then was only able to put up 4 in the second half. What's the key to getting the more consistency out of him throughout the length of a game that you'd like to see? I
don't know. If you tell me, I'll do it. So that's the frustrating part with basketball. Sometimes one half you're good defensively, one half you're bad, one half you're good offensively, one half you're bad, and that just line coaching, we always try to say control what you can control, and I thought our effort and our attention to detail defensively needed to be a lot better second half. But it always is two things, and you got to credit Colorado's execution as well for making us look bad. And at the end of the day, 23, I always call people by numbers. I mean, we didn't want to give him threes, and he's 5 for 9. So credit them for finding them and him knocking them down. And, again, credit them to getting the line 25 times because that's a winning recipe.
Norchad had a bunch of offensive rebounds early in the game. It tailed off a little bit in the second half. How important was that, just kind of not getting the same second chance opportunities in the second half that maybe you were getting early in the game in the first half?
I mean, we out-rebounded them 15-5, second chance, so normally that's good enough to win it. But 36% from the field, and their length must have bothered us because we missed a lot of layups.
Anything else? You haven't been at the CU Event Center in quite a while. What was it like being back here?
Well, I think the game management, I know this year isn't as successful record-wise as last year, but I thought the game management was tremendous. People were really hospitable, and again, Tad, everyone knows, does a great job, and it's a really hard place to get a win, and that's because of the fans and the staff and the product they put out.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, everybody, we've got Colorado head coach Tad Boyle. Coach, please start with an opening statement, and we'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, we made that a little bit harder than we needed to down the stretch. There's no doubt about that. We made it interesting, and it shouldn't have been. So we've got to learn from that. But I was proud of our guys' fight and competitiveness. I felt good at shoot around this morning. I thought we had 2 good days of prep, practice-wise. I can't say enough about Norchad Omier and the kind of player he is. Holy cow. I mean, he's such a beast inside, scoring, rebounding. He had 4 offensive rebounds at halftime. And I thought the key to the game is he ended up with 4. We did a much better job of cracking down and having our guards help us rebound Andre Akimovsky obviously did a great job of that with 7 defensive boards, but we did a much better job second half than we did in the first half. And, we held them to 25% in the first half, and we're down 2 because we couldn't box them out, and we turned the ball over 8 times, which is who we are. So, but a good win against a quality team, quality program, and they were down a shooter with none not being here, which was good hop for us. We'll take it. We need some good hops, but good win. Not easy, good, and we can learn a lot from it too.
Ted, are these the kind of games that maybe made you such a fan of Andre the years,
Yeah.
the last couple years, the threes he made and the defense he played on VJ? Too?
Yeah, I mean, to hold VJ Edgecombe to 8 points, he's a future lottery pick, is an unbelievable job by him. And, and we talked about trying to be a team and be in the gaps, and I thought we did a pretty good job on that as well. But Andre deserves a lot of credit. But to have, 17 points and 7 rebounds and 5 assists and 0 turnovers, and he made some threes that were big, that's what seniors do down the stretch of their senior year, and you need your seniors to play well. Because, look, RJ made some mistakes. He's never been in this position. Sebastian made some mistakes. He's never been in this position. Bangat Dak made some mistakes. He's never been in this position. Okay, Andre has, and I assume that Trevor and Elijah have as well. And I thought Elijah Malone's minutes in the second half and Trevor Baskett's minutes in the second half were really critical for us winning. We're +5 with Elijah on the floor, and we're +10 with Trevor on the floor. Hasn't been like that here recently. So kudos to those guys for being ready as well. Baylor's a good team. They're hard to guard.
Now being in the win column twice in conference play, what is the morale of this team getting to as you come down the stretch here compared to where it was at just a few weeks ago?
Yeah, the morale of this team hasn't wavered. I give them credit for that. You come to our practices, you come to our shoot-arounds, you come to our pregame meals, whatever, it is. The morale of this team has not been down. They're frustrated. They're disappointed. There's no doubt about that. We are as coaches. Nobody likes losing. But I said this, a few weeks ago, you can't fault, their effort. Now, I challenged them with their toughness after watching the Iowa State film. I didn't feel like it after the game, but, you learn so much more as a coach when you go back and watch the film. And I really felt like their toughness needed to get better. And the only way we're going to win today is if we're tough. And the only way we're going to win on Monday is if we play with unbelievable toughness. And I thought our guys did that for the most part. Didn't play perfect, made mistakes, but the morale of this team has been great for what we've been through and what our record is. And that's a testament to the character of the guys that are in that locker room. And that's something that in recruiting, you want size, you want skill, but the non-negotiable for me is character. And we've got high-character kids in this program.
Defensively, holding Baylor to 36% from the field.
Yeah.
How proud are you of that?
Very much so, because they got, again, Edgecombe is a future lottery pick. Roach went to Duke, has played in some big games. Omer is a monster inside. Love got it going in that first half, had 13. He averages 12, in conference play, and he had a point over that in the first half. Did a better job of him in the second half. But, yeah, the defense, 25% in that first half was fantastic. We should have been up 10 instead of down 2, but we weren't. And we kept battling. But, again, you have to do something at a high level to win these games. And tonight our defense was at a high level.
Ted, you mentioned the first half turnovers and the first half rebounding for your team.
Yes.
2 areas that nothing new. It's been a shortcoming for the
Yep.
team most of the season. But I think in most games when you've been bad in those areas in the first half, you've been bad for the whole game.
Correct.
What's it say about this group that we're able to get it turned around and obviously spark this win?
It says a lot. It says that maybe they're learning. Maybe they can turn things around. And but Pat, that's part of toughness. When I say toughness, it's not just hitting somebody or knocking them or getting through. Part of it's getting through screens and boxing out and things like that. But the other part of toughness is the mental part, and that is, hey, I'm not playing well in the first half. I'm going to turn it around in the second half, whether it's as a group or individually or whatever. And again, I said this, I think to you yesterday, this is going to be one of those teams as we come down the stretch, guys are going to play more if they're playing better. And tonight I thought Trevor and Elijah played better. They played more in the second half than they did in the first, and I thought, BD and Sebi keep getting better. Andre obviously played extremely well tonight, and that's why he played 32 minutes. Julian, I thought, played terrific tonight. It's going to be different guys on different nights for this team, and everybody in that locker room, I hope, understands that now. They may not like it. I get that, but that's where we're at.
Coach, Sebi is the guy that you call upon to throw the ball in at the end of games when you got to get the ball in.
Yeah.
What does that say about how much trust that
I've got trust in him because I think Sebi's not afraid. He's got great skill. If we throw it back to him, if they trap us and we throw it back to him, he's got the ability to put the ball on the floor. He's a good free throw shooter. So yeah, he now the turnover he had, throwing the ball behind the back carelessly to Julian, and they get a tie-out or a 10-second call, like that can't happen. Like that is a freshman mistake that could have cost us a game. BD's missed dunk could have cost us a game. So we've got to finish better. And again, those kids have never been in that situation before. The last play of the game, Trevor misses the first free throw. It's 1.5. We say missed the second one on purpose. Omer gets the rebound, and he passes it to Roach. Well, that pass should never happen. It should never get to Roach. Like he's got to throw one in from the lane, and if he does that and they beat us by one, that's on me for missing the foul shot, intentionally. But it can't get to Roach and have a half-court shot that could easily go in. So those are the little things that our young guys have to learn. And they've never been in a situation before. Certainly in Big 12 play, because we've been getting our what's kicked, and we've been coming from behind. We haven't had to protect a lead, except against Central Florida and then tonight. And we didn't do a very good job of that tonight, I didn't think. So again, opportunities to learn and improve, and that's all I'm concerned with. As I coach, get our team better. Get our players better. Make them understand we've got to be better tomorrow than we were today, and experience is the best teacher there is.
Ted, you always expect to win games here at home, just with the
You
altitude
bet.
and the fans. Back-to-back wins now, big game on Monday. Just
Big game.
Starting to get at least here at home, starting to play the way you expect to with this group.
Yeah, it hadn't been pretty. We didn't play our best against Central Florida. We didn't play our best today, but I thought we competed better today, and we defended better today for sure against a really good team that has some really good players. So we're going to play another really good team on Monday that's maybe been struggling a little bit, but we all know KU's history, and we know, and I hope we have this place rocking and rolling with CU fans, not KU fans, and we'll see what that's like Monday night at 9 o'clock. But in terms of how we prepare and what we're going to try to do to win a game, we're going to go right back to the drawing board and try to win one on Monday night. And it's not going to be easy, just like today wasn't easy.
In terms of the home atmosphere, the fans were well behind you guys
Yes.
today, and they've continued to be behind you guys despite the struggles.
Yep.
What does it mean to have a fan base like that behind you, especially going into a big game like you mentioned?
It means a lot to me personally. I know it means a lot to our players, and it's easy for people to jump off the bandwagon when you're having a season like this, and so it's a testament to our fans. It really is. And the one thing I've said, multiple times throughout this conference season is our fans have given our team more this year than our team has given our fans, and that hurts me and it disappoints me as a coach, because I've felt like in the previous 14 years, like whether we're good or bad, like I felt like our team has given sometimes more than the fans have, But this year it's been kind of flipped, and so kudos to them, thanks to them, and we're going to need them on Monday night.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.